It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Washington Commanders.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by the fifth-year dual threat and former #1 pick in 2019, Kyler Murray.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Shotgun now for Murray. Gates with a grab. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the #1 passing team in the NFL against the #1 defense against the pass. A lot of times, the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Murray going to throw. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, Henry able to shake him off. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Henry. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Nifty move. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. The Broncos 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
On first down, Henry. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On first down, Vick. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Vick. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Murray. And that's complete to Gates. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Now Murray. Gates has it over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
To throw on second down. Henry. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Vick. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Washington ready to try again on offense. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, They'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Pacheco once again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 3rd down and 6. Murray now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
2nd and 12. A handoff now for Pacheco. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Henry throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moss. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Vick. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Henry. Shedding defenders at the 15. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Vick. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Henry. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they'll run again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Murray. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Eluding the pressure right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Here's Murray. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Henry over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Vick, a little juke. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 1st down. Henry looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holmes. 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Henry. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Henry. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road win. The Raiders were losers in their opener, but they get back to even with the win on the road. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Montreal, Washington, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Vick, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. They'll run on 1st down. Vick. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Moss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Vick. Oh, good move. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Murray now on first down. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Murray. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Murray. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Operating from the gun, Murray. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Henry. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll run on 1st down. Vick. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Vick. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 1st down, Vick. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Vick. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a handoff up the middle. Vick. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Vick. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. A run now with Holmes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Murray trying again after the pick 6. On the slant, this is Perryman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Smith catches left side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Open man there is. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now the rookie's free. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Shreds the 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll run on 1st down. Vick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Boy, 175 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They run the counter. Vick. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Vick. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Murray, one final try. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Denver, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.